The newest Willy Wonka film is here, simply titled Wonka, so today, let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Armed with nothing but a hat full of dreams, young chocolatier Willy Wonka manages to change the world one bite at a time. This was easily my most anticipated movie of 2023. I love the Willy Wonka franchise, the story I have read for several years. I have seen the Gene Wilder movie so many times with my daughter, and I do love the Johnny Depp version directed by Tim Burton. When they announced that Paul King, the director of Paddington 1 and 2, would come on to direct Wonka, that immediately signaled something good because of how Paddington and Paddington 2 are. Those are very charming films that just put a smile on your face. And if he could do what he did with Paddington films with Wonka, it would be something really good. And I do think Wonka is a very entertaining, very charming film that just puts a smile on your face. We have Timothée Chalamet as a younger Willy Wonka. This is a prequel to the films, establishes his chocolate making skills, the story that he has, and relationships that he develops throughout the film. Going into this movie, I didn't expect Timothée Chalamet to reenact what Gene Wilder did, because what Gene Wilder did to this day is one of the best performances I have ever seen in a movie. And so it's really hard to kind of piggyback off of that film. And I think Timothée Chalamet does a great job recapturing some of that charm, but also doing his own thing. Timothée Chalamet in this movie is amazing. He manages to capture that charm, that whimsical feel to Willy Wonka that I do love. He cares about people. He's willing to give out his last money to people in need. He believes in doing the right thing and helping out people in need and believing in all of his chocolate that he makes. You see that genuine love he has for making chocolate and the relationships that he forms. So Timothée Chalamet within this film just managed to put a huge smile on my face, if it was some of the relationships that form throughout the film or if it's through song, because there are a lot of songs within this movie, and I do think that each one is catchy, entertaining, and develops the character in their own ways. But he manages to just sweep you away with the songs and the choreographed dance sequences. They all look really good, and they contribute a lot to the film. But overall, I was really impressed with Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka. Managed to do his own thing, but you did feel some similarities to that character. I do wish there was more sarcasm to this character, because that's what made Gene Wilder's character stand out so well, is that sarcasm. I think if there was a little more to it, I would have seen some more deeper connections between Timothée Chalamet's character and Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka as well. We have this young girl who plays Noodle, Kayla Lane, and she had a lot more to do than I expected. She forms this relationship with Willy Wonka as the two start to help each other out. They're in this really odd predicament that they owe money to Olivia Colman's character, and they have to pay off their debt, and it takes years to do that, but they help each other with the chocolate and selling on the streets and just getting everybody exposed to all the wonders that Willy Wonka can do. So I like that relationship that forms within here. I think it's a nice segue into the Willy Wonka story that we do know, and wants to spread all the chocolate and the joys of that with the world, and I think this young girl really helped that kind of blossom into the movie. Hugh Grant was fun as the Oompa Loompa. It's hard to see that performance now, realizing that Hugh Grant hated the role of the Oompa Loompa and he wished he did not do it, but he needed money because he has kids. And as much as I do think that the character worked, because in the books the Oompa Loompa is no taller than Willy Wonka's knee, and so it is a very short character. And I think they pulled that off within this movie. I think it looks cool, and then I think they did a nice job kind of establishing the relationship between Wonka and the Oompa Loompas. And the songs too did match the songs that were from the original Gene Wilder film. The film has this tone to it that is always positive, despite the other characters, the other chocolatiers who are trying to get rid of Wonka. We have Prodnose, Slugworth, and Ficklegrubber, characters that are in the stories as they are trying to rid Willy Wonka. There's always that positivity that just pours over this film, and it's a film that highlights doing the right thing, highlights chasing your dreams and going after what you truly love. In this case for Wonka, spreading the chocolate around the world and all of his different creations. And I think Paul King was the right director to bring that tone to this movie, as it always does feel positive. Despite characters trying to possibly kill Willy Wonka, it's always trying to do the right thing and remain positive and happy throughout. And when you think of Willy Wonka, you do think of those charming, whimsical moments. If you read the books, Charlie in the Chocolate Factory or Charlie in the Glass Elevator, or seen the movies, it just remains hopeful and sweet. Even if he's sarcastic, it just kind of brings that wonder to the screen. The film looks really good in a small town, and a lot of bright colors to the shops, and the costume designs look really good. A lot of bright sequences as Timothée Chalamet's Willy Wonka is starting to realize certain things that he wants for his shop. So you see certain scenes play out through song that are very vibrant, they pop, and the musical numbers really contribute to that as well. So the overall look of it, as the movie just grows, becomes more brighter and starts to kind of match the style of what we already know for Willy Wonka. Going into it, I wasn't expecting this film to match that same exact film or even be as good. And it's not as good as that film. But I still think that Wonka is an entertaining movie that highlights the youth of Willy Wonka and his chocolate making skills and his love for it, and wanting to build his shop, and then slowly start to see that factory come into play as well, which was a nice way to kind of wrap up this movie. And I do think that Wonka was a good film that I would love to revisit over and over again. Got some nice musical moments, bright colored scenes. It's cool to see some of the characters from the original story play out a little more within this movie. Performances are good. I just overall really enjoyed Wonka, and I think that Paul King was the right director for this film to bring that positivity to the film, it just being charming and heartwarming, and you got a big smile on your face. And Timothée Chalamet was very upbeat and just matched that energy that you expect for Willy Wonka. If you enjoyed the Gene Wilder film or even the Johnny Depp version and loved reading the story, I do think that you will find a lot to appreciate about Wonka. It matches what Roald Dahl did with that story, but also doing its own thing. So before I give you my score for Wonka, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. If I can see where Wonka ranks amongst all the other 2023 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Wonka a B+. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Wonka. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.